Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from ESPN Cricinfo.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we're confident going into this series. We feel as though there's been a great vibe around the group. We've trained very well together. We're starting to get a balanced side that we feel is able to adapt to a lot of different conditions. So we played reasonably well in the T20s. We got that win in Brisbane. I think it's a good opportunity for us. Obviously, coming up against India, who have been in great form over a long period of time now, to test where we're really at. I think with it being quite hot today and tomorrow, I think it would change a lot between now and the toss tomorrow. So I'm not sure. I think the stats probably suggest batting first is the way to go. I think it's batting first has won a higher percentage. I don't know. I can't remember exactly how high it is, but it's usually a pretty good track for one-day cricket. It's an entertaining game, generally pretty high scoring. So I think that it's about just doing it well. If we bat first, trying to post a big total. If you bowl, restrict them and chase them down. Hopefully a bit of dew comes in if you do bat second. It's one of those games that, regardless of who it's against or what time of year it is, it's always a great contest, a great spectacle. The players missing out of the squad at the moment are Billy Stanlake, Adam Zampa, Mitch Marsh, who's unavailable, and Ashton Turner. Yeah, I think we've got a few. Well, we've got all the bases covered there. I think myself and Alex Carey are going to open the batting. Usman 3, Sean 4, Pete Hanscom 5, Stoinis 6, Maxwell 7, and then raffle off the bowlers spots down past 8. Yeah, I think that it's just an opportunity for us to see Alex play in a position that he's done quite a bit now in Big Bash and one day cricket. It's a position that he's performed really well with over the last couple of years. So he's been shuffled around the order a little bit over the last little while, trying to search for that process or search for the right balance of the side. So he's going to get a good opportunity up there. Yeah, I think so. We've got 3 games here, which are going to be obviously very tough, and then straight to India for a couple of T20s and 5 ODIs against them again, and then Pakistan in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So that's a very, very tough 13 games that we've got coming up there, and then obviously a few warm-up games, a few practice games against New Zealand, and then the World Cup preparations are really underway over in the UK. So there's still 13, 16, 17, 18, best part of 18 games to get that right. I think that while it'd be great to have had a settled side for the last 18 months or 12 months, but I think it's still enough time to get it right and make sure that come that World Cup we're ready to go and with a really balanced and settled side. Yeah, it's a good question. I think that Maxi has floated throughout the order throughout his career. I think when we saw him at his absolute best was during the 2015 World Cup, where he was used as a floater when we had that power play when 3 fielders out. So there's still a lot of scope for him to float up and down the order as the game situation changes. I think with the idea with Pete at 5 there is to have a really, really good player of spin and a guy that can potentially bat through the innings, that type of solid player through that middle order, and then let the guys play around him. Yeah, I think it hasn't been a secret that through their middle overs has been a part where we've probably lost that 1 or 2 wickets too many, which when you're going into the back 10 overs, you're really stretching yourself when you've got the bowlers effectively batting at that point. We feel as though if we can keep some wickets in hand and really load up with some batters and some power at the back end of the innings, that'll give us a bit more oomph going into that last 10 overs and wickets through the middle as well. I think throughout the stats around the world, majority of teams' power plays are pretty similar. Majority of teams' back 10 overs are pretty similar as well. So it's just their middle overs, which obviously 30 overs is a long time of the game. About getting that a little bit better, a little bit more often. I think that we've got people who can do it. We've got people who can play different types of roles with Usman and Sean, Pete, Stoin, Maxi. So I think it's a well-balanced side. He's a great man. He's someone who every team loves having him around. He does act like an 8-year-old kid at times around any team, not just a one-day team, so don't be mistaken there. But for Sids, I think for him to go away and work on the skills that he's brought to the table over the last couple of years in Big Bash cricket is outstanding. I think he probably went with a real red ball focus for a long time there and probably neglected the one-day skills. And then to come back and have a 8-week period last year where he just focused on skills for the white ball, how quickly he learnt, how quickly he improved on all of that was unbelievable, and he's just kept doing that. So he well and truly deserves his spot, and any tour that you go on, Sids is one of the first names picked, I'd think, for what he brings to the team and the skill set that he brings. Yeah, Bumrah's played a huge part for their one day side, all their sides over the last little while. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's someone who's had success at all levels as well. He can move the new ball, executes well at the death. The two spinners have played a huge role in Kuldeep and Chahal over the last probably 18 months as well. So there's no real weak links in their side. They've got an extra spin option with Jadeja in the squad. Yadav who can bowl some off spin. Big Khalil, the left armour, who can swing it early and bowl with some decent pace. Who else is there? Siraj, Shami. It's a pretty well balanced attack. They've got left, right arm, spin, off spin, leg spin. So they've got plenty of options, and there's no surprise that they're number 2 in the world. That they play their own conditions very well, but I think as a group now, the amount of times that they are winning away from home in the shorter formats is credit to them. But we're still very confident that we can beat them. We've got we're bringing some good confidence into this series and a really good balanced side as well. Yeah, they play a huge part. Obviously, I think over the last 12 months, Virat's averaged 133, Shikhar 75, Rohit 50. So there's a lot of runs and a lot of balls faced between the top 3 in the last 12 months alone. So it's important to get them early, or as early as you can, because once they get in, they score fast enough, and they don't seem to get out too easily. So I think it's about trying to get as many early wickets as you can. It's pretty obvious to say, but they've still got some class in that middle order. They've got Dinesh Karthik, Yadav, Dhoni, these guys that can all play their part as well. But obviously the top 3 are very important, but you can't just look at that. Otherwise, there's someone else that will catch you off guard and get the job done as well. So it'll be a good series, and we're looking forward to it. We knew we'll go in retro for this series. We didn't know which vintage it was going to be. So it's brilliant. All the boys love it. The reaction from the public's been great as well. So hopefully we can. Is it 86? Is that when it's from 86? Hopefully we can do them guys proud and Australia proud. It's a big series. It's a series that will obviously we want to win. But the kid is pretty cool.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.